Hello, hello, hello.
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 Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here, we are all about encouraging those 3 C's: connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
My friends, the C3 team member leading this evening is Kevin, also known as ClasicMac to his online community. He is a strong advocate in finding low-cost tools to help you in your live streaming journey. Kevin, your topic, it seems like it's very vital for content creators these days. Why is engaging your audience so important?
Thanks, Manny. Well, to put it simply, if you don't engage with your audience, you don't have an audience. So they are the ones who are watching your content. And if you don't engage with them, you're losing out on building a loyal following. So before I get into some of the tips, I'm kind of curious about what the two of you have in terms of engaging with your audience. And we'll see whether it's in my quick 10 tips that I'm going to be providing today. So, Dori, I know that you love to engage with your audience, so tell me a little bit more about how you do that.
Well, I totally live and die by engaging with my peeps. And I think one of the keys to success for me is, as you guys know, I've said this tip countless times already, envisioning the fact that I am literally sitting across a table from you. That we are not miles and time zones apart. We are literally in a Dunkin' coffee shop, whatever, unnamed coffee shop, just having a little chat, drinking like 32 ounces of water because it's 85 degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think that's part of the key to success for me is that I'm constantly acting like I'm sitting in the same room with you. And I don't treat it like people are watching the video after the fact. I ask questions in the moment, and just, even if you're watching after, if you answer out loud, if you answer in your head, it doesn't matter. I'm asking questions as if we were having a one-on-one face-to-face conversation. And I think that's what does it for me. Manny, what about you?
Oh my gosh, I truly believe that it's important to engage with your audience. If you remember, about a year ago, I did a training on the only 3 activities I truly believe you need to be focused on. Engaging your audience is one of those activities that you should always be focused on. Now, with that being said, I, I am not always the best. Say, for example, on my true crime channel, I get a lot of engagement at times, sometimes not, but it is kind of challenging to stay up with all those comments and the things that could come in at the same time. Like a lot of times, yes, I do reply to a lot of comments, but I love the engagement more than anything. I would love to find it in me to be a little more proactive about the engagement portion, because even on my Facebook page, like if you want your post to go a little further, just even go back and reply to each comment that comes into you. That even helps your reach. But at the same time, like with my schedule, it could be so hard. I'm hoping that maybe tonight I'm learning about some automated tools, maybe some ways that can help me even be a little more efficient with focusing on that engagement, because I absolutely love the engagement. So I truly do believe that it's important. I also believe that learning to manage all of it is important. So I'm looking forward to these tips. My friends, if this is the type of content that you'd like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you do get notified whenever we go live or we upload any content. And so, with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and move on to this great content I'm sure Kevin's going to share, as he always does.
Well, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I do have some wonderful tips to be able to share with you, and I don't know if it's as much automation as much as planning for this engagement. So, I'm looking forward to having some fun with you guys on this because I did some planning on this, and I'm hoping that all my shortcut keys will actually work today. So. Today, we're going to be looking at engaging your audience, and I have 10 quick tips to help you out uh, along this journey. So, let us begin our journey. Actually, before we do that, live streaming has become a very powerful medium for content creator, also businesses and influencers, to connect with their audience in real time. Engaging your audience during a live stream is crucial for building a loyal following and ensuring the success of your live stream. Just going to provide a few valuable tips to help you master the art of live streaming and keep your audience captivated. Number one, know your audience. Understanding who your target audience is fundamental to creating content that resonates with them. Conduct surveys, engage in conversations, and analyze viewer feedback to learn about their interests, preferences, and pain points, and tailor your live stream to content to meet their needs and expectations. Number two, as I was mentioning, plan and prepare. A well-structured live stream will definitely yield you better results. Outline the topics that you want to cover. Create a script or bullet points to guide you, and have the necessary visuals or media ready in advance. While improvisation can be great for spontaneity, having a plan will always keep your live stream focused and organized. And some of you that may be watching, you took a look at the thumbnail. It's like, no, it's not clickbait to actually have my puppy that I so dearly love in there. It's when in doubt, engage your pets because people love animals. So it's not just for clickbait, it's to help you explain um, in your content as well. So a little bit later on, a bit more on that a little bit later. So, as I had said just a little bit ago, engage your audience by hosting like an interactive Q&A session during your live streams. Ask your audience who, what, where, questions about them, what they want to learn, what they want to learn from your content. So, encourage your viewers to ask questions and address them live on the stream, and responding to the viewer inquiries in real time makes them feel valued and fosters a sense of community for your group. So I know that definitely has been something that I am very interested in, is fostering and creating that community so that we can all support one another. And now comes the fun part. Of course, wrong screen. Now we're going to have some fun with some live polls and surveys. So, conducting live polls or surveys allows the audience to participate actively. You can ask for their opinions on various topics, preferences, or for future content, or even let them choose between different options in real time. And once again, I hit the wrong button. Aha. There we go. So this QR code is actually a live poll. So I want you to go and scan it and go and click or follow that that QR code because it's going to be asking what your favorite ice cream flavor is. So let me, actually, I should have given you this earlier, Dory, but it's not the link that I gave you. It's another link. Right. Actually,
Just
you know what?
let me know where
It's
you
right.
put it.
Actually, it's right there on the slide. I just had to move forward one slide. How easy was that? If you just go to menti.com and then enter the code 2493 1693. And with that, I'm just going to switch over. And
That was an easy pick for me.
so here, it's an
I had to be
actual
difficult.
live. This is a live one. So seeing as you guys had picked other and strawberry, I'm going to pick chocolate and submit. And using tools like this are great to watch the live
that
interaction.
that's so awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah. Hang
And
on. I want to throw
and
that up on the screen.
and there's a ton of free tools out there again for people to be able to use. And this one, it's called mentimeter.com. And it just happened to be one that has a free up to a certain amount, and then of course there's always paid options as well. And you know me, I like to look for those low cost tools to help you along with your live streaming journey to engage and keep in touch with your audience. So I absolutely love this tool. I've worked with several others in my previous roles and lives. So using this during a town hall in front of thousands of people, it's great to be able to have that kind of interactivity with them, just to whether the content that you're presenting is relevant to them, or you can sort of have a tangent that you can go on. Like if you were having an option of, okay, if they say 10 people say strawberry, I'm going to go down this route. If 10 people say chocolate, I'm going to go down this route. And the other, of course, you have to find out, well, what is their favorite flavor? So now you can start engaging with them a little bit more, asking them in your chat or some other way to get that information from them. So go back here, just get my presentation back up. All right, and we're going back here. So yeah, using interactive polls definitely is helpful in engaging your audience. And sort of to follow up on that, live streams that incorporate visually appealing elements tend to be more engaging. Using graphics, charts, images, and video clips to support your content and enhance viewer understanding. So, like we just did, doing a poll like that, it's something visual. It gets them interacting, whether it be a click on your screen or on your mobile device or clicking on a link on the computer. It gets them involved and feeling more a part of the presentation as opposed to just listening and absorbing the content. And tell stories. This is always the fun part because this brings it down to a personal level. Um, Myself, so many people ask how my dog got to drink from with like a gerbil bottle, and it was due to the fact that we got the dog from a breeder, and she actually breeded for shows. So Shih Tzus are typically long bearded. So instead of having their face go into a bowl of water and then coming out all wet and messy, she taught the dogs how to drink from a water bottle. So I love showing them this little video that I have of um, how my little buddy Hinnick got learned how to drink from a water bottle, and it looks just hilarious, but so so cute. So with that, using little anecdotes and little stories, definitely people have stories to share as well. So you could ask your group, how many of your dogs drink similar to that? How many of them drink from a bowl? So depending on your content, it's just another tool to be able to add to ask your audience for their engagement as well. Plus, you can never go wrong having puppies in videos. Or even if you're doing a live video, having your puppy on screen as well, or a cat, or whatever your animal of the family is. So it's always find the unpredictability of animals on live streams definitely makes it very entertaining to watch. All right. And to go along with that, let your personality shine through. Be authentic and personable. Authenticity builds trust with your audience and keeps them coming back for more. So be genuine, approachable, and relatable. We've said that over and over again with our group here. Be yourself. Like, don't put on a persona that you cannot be, um, because being your genuine self, you're the expert on you. So let your personality shine through on your streams. And as we've done here, collaborate with guests. So inviting guest speakers or co-hosts can add some diversity and fresh perspectives to your live stream. So additionally, it can also introduce your audience to new personalities and potentially expand your reach through your guest's audience. So we each have our own channels that we are going live on, and we have different audiences. Every once in a while, they all come to visit us here and see, oh, there's these other two personalities. What else are they doing? So absolutely love the fact that we can sort of cross pollinate our audiences so that they can see what each of us are able to do and provide value in our live streaming. We do this every week, encouraging shares and invites. So encourage your viewers to share your live stream on their social media platforms or invite their friends to join. Word of mouth promotion can also significantly increase your viewership. And then once they get hooked on you and your content, then you can have another loyal follower. So surprise and delight. This is always a fun one. So you always want to try and do stuff that is unexpected. Oops, how did that get in there? Like, for instance, if you actually rickroll somebody. So that is fun to be able to play that, and but not too long, just to get somebody to smile, a smile on their face, and something. Um, Unexpected moments can create excitement and keep viewers coming back for more, because if you come up with these surprises, they just don't know what to expect during your streams. Like, for instance, this is another live QR code that I am announcing here for the entire week until next stream, where we will be having a contest for a $20 Amazon gift card. So scan on this and it will bring you to a page asking you a question. And I'm not quite done yet, but the question is, how many pairs of sunglasses have I been wearing this entire stream? If you've noticed, I've been wearing different pairs, but wait until the end so you can get the final tally, and then scan on that QR code and submit your entry. And at all the entries, they will be put together, and a name will be drawn for the winner of the gift card. So this doesn't happen every show, but throwing a surprise in every so often will definitely keep people coming back, because you just never know when there's going to be a giveaway. So that's always very engaging to get people to come and watch you. Like how many people watch I guess more tech reviewers, because they review tech, and every once in a while they'll be giving away some of that tech, because they already have 20 different microphones, but they don't need 20 different microphones, so they review it and then they give it away to their subscribers. So it's always good to be a loyal follower to be able to know when those types of things are going to happen. So with that, I want to say a big thanks for coming. Hopefully you've grabbed one or two little tips on how you can incorporate it into your own live stream, whether it be one of the tools that I have showed you or one of the concepts. So with that, I'm very curious to hear from Dori and Manny what they actually picked up from this. So why don't we head on over and hear from Manny about what he picked up from this presentation.
That was awesome, Kevin. Wow. Yes, I picked up quite a bit, I might add. So, number one, I thought these tips were great because when it comes to engaging your audience, let's be real. Is it an option? Come on, let's think about that for a second. Is it an option? Because if you want to be able to, if you're looking to grow something and you want buyers, you need an audience that's going to engage. So I feel like that's one of the parts of getting them over the bridge to buy. So you really killed it on giving different ways that can do it, especially with Mentimeter.com. That was a great share, because to be able to do that live while it's happening, like you had my vote already, you had Dori's vote already, you had your vote, like with a quick refresh, if you had to even refresh. So I really appreciated that. One of my biggest things with going through with engagement, and I think that you really hit it very well, is knowing your audience. And as you know, I do a true crime channel, and my audience is a little different in the way that long term, it's still not my audience. And this is why I say my audience grew really fast during a little time. Like it was going regular, great. I hit the 1,000, and I was just growing. I was up to like 1,200 or 1,500 or something like that. I don't remember. But then I hit on a story that was really big in the news, and then I got a lot of subscribers. But here's the thing, they were really attracted to that story. They were all in with that story. And so when you think about different ways that you want to keep your true audience engaged, you have to have a true audience that tunes in on a regular basis, not every week, not every day, but they're following your content. And I love those followers. I literally had someone comment on my channel recently like, hey, I hadn't tuned in for a while, but did you make some type of change? Let me know now, because if you change something, I'm out. And I was like, no, I get why you're saying that. I was trying something, but it wasn't what they were thinking. You see how your loyal following spoke up? That is knowing your audience. And I think that you truly hit that. I know that was number one, almost a quick giveaway, right? You gotta know your audience. And I think you truly hit that in the head, because those are the ones that are going to keep sticking around as your channel is growing. You'll get people that come and go as well. But the loyal following, you want to know those people that are really liking your channel, why they like your channel, what keeps them in tune with your channel. So I think that you really did a great job. Thank you so much. Dori, I know you're about to drink your water. Great job. I believe we should all be drinking our water. But I'm just trying to buy you time. And so what did you think, Dori? Like, this was awesome, right?
I loved it. And thanks for letting me swallow my water, because
My
last
turn.
week I almost spit my water out during one part of the thing. So, oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was frantically taking notes for the channel. So as luck would have it, I have them all on my screen. So there's a couple things, like, I don't want to echo, because I don't want to just sound like Paw Parrot here, but the knowing your audience, like, I can't stress enough, just like you said, Manny, like, now you look like you're zoomed far away, so now I gotta bring you back in. I can't stress enough how, like, I have a lot of different types of content. And so my language changes, my body posture changes, like, even my lighting in my studio changes. Like, there are different things that change, because I know someone who's coming to me for, say, like, tech consulting versus someone who's coming to hang and be nerdy with me for my Dungeons and Dragons versus just, like, hanging for the DSpence dish. Like, they expect different things out of me, so I act slightly more professional when I'm doing my tech consulting. I mean, the biggest thing, like when you said like surprises and things like that, I am all about keeping people on their toes,
I appreciate that.
And I think that there's so much research behind when people are watching YouTube videos, even like, changing your camera angle, zooming in, all that kind of stuff, switching away. There are all sorts of tips and tricks to keep people engaged visually. But for me, I want to keep them engaged for the message. Like, I don't like to do like the little bells and whistle type of things, because I feel like that leans into one of your other tips about being genuine and authentic. Like, I don't want to do the clickbaity things that keep people engaged for the wrong reasons. I want people to be engaged for the right reasons. And I think all of the tips that you gave tonight hit on that. If I could summarize all of your tips into one thing, I would say you did an amazing job of giving streamers legitimate ways to genuinely relate to and engage with their audience in a meaningful way, not in a, oh, I need to get 1,000 more views, so I'm just going to do all these random things kind of thing. So I very much appreciate all of your tips tonight. I kind of liked the Rickroll. That was cute. And I don't know. It was great. And I think I'm going to stop talking now, because I just will just keep droning on and on and on and on. So if you are watching on the replay, if you go back through, we have summarized Kevin's tips in the comments that will take about 24 hours to reappear on the video, if y'all didn't know that. And Manny said, what great value, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. And the live polls and surveys, yeah, There's something about that. When you see people watching and you want to get their message, like they may not feel comfortable typing a comment, but they have no problem pushing a button on their phone because it doesn't necessarily mirror up with, attaching their name or their picture to it. So I love that. Any last thoughts, guys, or any parting words from either of you?
Well, for those that are watching the replay of the stream, you still are eligible for the next, I believe, 7 or 6 days, 6 days, 50 or 12 hours or 23 hours, and how many minutes and seconds. Next week, we will announce who will win the $20 Amazon gift card.
We got to go with the first one though, right? Because anyone can go back and count. So we got to go with the
Yeah.
first one.
Well, we'll see how many entries come in, and we'll see if they're correct.
Let me just
True.
flash to this screen one more time. I'm going to throw that link up on the screen for people. If you were not able to scan the QR code, this is the direct link to the contest. So please feel
And
free
you also
to.
put that in the chat as well, did you not?
Yes, I did. Right. Wait for it. Right now. There it is.
Yeah. Because then after 7 days, that poll or that survey will expire.
Awesome. Awesome. Manny, how about you? Any other parting words?
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for even bringing this. Let's be real when it comes to engaging your audience. I think you really hit on a lot of tips. And so whenever I think about like your training that you bring to the table, Kevin, I think of things just like this, where someone can actually walk away and think, okay, I need to try to implement these things little by little so that I can engage my audience more. And so when I think about the things you were sharing, like visuals and graphics, I think like a lot of people forget that portion right there. And you really want visuals to go with your message, with your content, whatever it is that you're sharing. And I also think this is a very key part because no one wants to stare at one thing the whole time. And when you bring on visuals and graphics, it's taking the eyeballs off of you, the character, the whole time. Which, as we know, it's like watching TV, right? You have one scene, then you have another scene. That's what our content should be about. And I really wanted to make sure that we hit on that because I truly believe using visuals and graphics in your content is so key. So I didn't quite share that earlier, but when I think about everything that you shared, and obviously plan and prepare is key, but when you think about your eyeballs staring on one thing, I, I don't know. I mean, just that right there can change that. And that's why I'm always a big fan of like creating a show type feel like what we have here is a show. We're teaching every week, but in a show format. And so I think that it's key that what you shared, all of these 10 tips, literally telling the stories, right? I think that is key. So you truly hit it. Once again, bravo, Kevin. Bravo.
Thank you.
Nice job. All right, gentlemen, I think it's time.
I can share wholeheartedly that this was some great content, right? If you enjoy content like this and you are finding it useful, we would love it if you'd like and subscribe to our channel. And did you know just sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love? And as you can see, Kevin shared some great value. He basically went all in tonight for you guys. And you are welcome to visit our website for all the information on how you can connect with us right there on your screen, linktree/content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Also, drop down in the comments anything that you would like us to do a deeper dive in, because the content that you provide to, or the recommendations or something that you want us to dive in, will be able to provide you with that great content. So looking forward to seeing your comments after the show so that I can see what else we can dive deep into. And with that, we'll throw it over to Dori to wrap things up.
Stretch here. All right. Thank you for joining Content Creators Connect, aka C3, tonight, as we heard Kevin share some secret tips and tricks for engaging your audience. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern with a very special show. I will be leading a workshop style session where we, the C3 team, will be refreshing our show flow, including intro music, countdown timers, teaser videos, and building that very, very important opening hook. We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter, to be sure. So be sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you next week.
Bye. Thanks for joining.
Bye. See you next week.